Hello everyone. I've had a couple of emails that wanted me to explain the reversing switching that I show on the drawing that's on the TEEP forum topic. And what I wanted to do was show you that. Very simply, you can use a switch like this. This is a double pull, double throw switch. And what it is it consists of some terminals here, as you can see. And in these terminals, if you look at this, you can look at it as two switches built into one. And as you look here on our drawing, you can see that we have one switch array here, and we have one switch array here. And that's basically what this switch does, is that does both of those functions. So if you can see the three terminals here, and the three terminals there, we have three terminals on this side, and we have three terminals on this side. And then all we have to do off of our switch is make our proper connections. And as you can see how our connections are made, it's very, very simple. Here you can see the finished switch. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit to see if I can get a little bit closer here so you can see kind of what's going on here. Okay, so on our diagram, up here you can see that we have our positive coming in and our negative coming in. Okay, now off of our positive, remember that your switch is an open contact until it bridges. So our center is what's going to go to our load on both switches. Okay? So on our switch here we have our power coming in, red is positive, black is negative. And then we have our red coming out. So we have our positive coming in to our first set of contacts. I'll turn this just a little bit so you can see here. There. So our first set of contacts is our inlet power, and our middle set of contacts is where the power is going out to our load. And so then all we have to do is swap our polarities on our second set of switch leads, and that'll make it so that it'll go reverse because it's a DC motor. So if you reverse the polarities, it will reverse the rotation of the motor. So as you can see, we have our positive coming in on one side and crossing over to the other side of the switch. And then we have our negative coming in and crossing to the other side of the switch. So when it's in the down position, it's positive, positive, negative, negative. When it's in the up position or the away position, it's positive to negative and negative to positive. And that means that our motor will reverse. And you can do this with a relay as well. And you could just flip a switch and have the relay reverse it as well. But this is just a switch method, and it works very, very well. And it's just a single pull switch with a double throw application. And that's exactly how it's made up here on our drawing, as you can see. And so what the next step is to get this wired up onto our motor unit. And okay. So as you can see, here's the reversing switch mounted. So I have my forward and reverse, on, off, and speed adjustment, so it's really easy to get to. This is a coil that I've started to wind here. We've got about 100 turns on it, and about 52 feet. And if I come over here to this side, you can see how the switch is mounted. I just have it hot glued in the top, and the wires run out here, so we have our input voltage coming off of our speed controller, and then we have our output going to our motor. And then from that, it runs in through the switch so that you can go forward and reverse. And I'm going to go ahead and show that to you now. And this is just a coil I've been playing with, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't quite spool correctly. I just want to show you exactly how this works. So you've got the on switch. It would be rotating clockwise if you looked at it from the end. And then just by flicking this switch, you'll notice that now it goes backwards. And I have it set so that there's a little bit more resistance for the back than there is the forward. That it will spool off slower backwards than it will forwards. That completes out the last bit of refab on here to show the reversing switch. Now the next step that I'm going to build eventually is going to be the automatic feed controller so that it will spool the spools actually correctly. And that way the spools will be completed out, and you can basically set it and walk away from it, and it'll complete it out automatically. But that's that for now, and I hope you enjoyed that second set, and I hope that answered the questions that were posed to me. Thank you.